So you guys, I know I don't normally do videos on YouTube about this type of subject matter, but I do it on my Patreon. A lot of people know that I used to do production. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was a unit production manager and a production coordinator on commercials when I was in my early 20s. And then I was a product placement executive. I owned a company that did product placement in films, and I did that for, I want to say like 10 years or something crazy. And that's sort of how it tied into me doing all the movie premieres and getting sponsorship for them, right? Because I was already doing branding on the films. So I do love to cover Hollywood stories, and sometimes true crime and sometimes just regular Hollywood stories. So anyway, so I was really excited to see Alec Baldwin's reaction in Manchester, Vermont when the paparazzis caught him. You know, TMZ's paparazzis are everywhere. So Alec Baldwin claims in the video that he was driving with his kids and he felt harassed, and the kids were like just trying to be alone in Vermont and, you know, get away from all this press, and they just weren't getting away from the press, and kids were crying and a lot of drama. But anyway, what I really thought was interesting, besides some of the stuff that Alec Baldwin says, is that Hilaria Baldwin was kept trying to almost steal the camera time from Alec Baldwin. I'm not trying to be shady about a situation that's tragic and has nothing to do with Hilaria Baldwin, but the way she was trying to get the camera's attention. I'm not a Hilaria Baldwin fan, so given I could be a little tainted in viewing this video, because I was when she started making up the accents and stuff, she lost me. But Hilaria was literally she was filming the paparazzis and Alec Baldwin, but she kept trying to get into frame of the cameras with and Alec was let me handle it. And he literally told her several times, get away from me so I can handle the press. And she tried to interject. She actually at one point was listen to this. She's his press agent.
I'm not allowed to make any comments because it's an ongoing investigation. I've been ordered by the Sheriff's Department in Santa Fe. I can't answer any questions about the investigation. I can't.
Smart. He actually deleted his comment. He had originally made a comment I feel bad. He deleted it.
The day I arrived in Santa Fe to start shooting, I took her to dinner with Joel, the director. We were a very, very...
He's talking about Halyna Hutchins.
We were a very,
he says, excuse me, that's his wife, Hilaria. Excuse me.
Shooting a film together, and then this horrible event happened. Now, I've been told multiple times, don't make any comments about the ongoing investigation, and I can't.
Because you're included in the investigation.
What are the questions you have other than that?
You met with I forget her name at the moment, but you met with her family?
Halyna.
Yes,
her name is Halyna. If you're spending this much time waiting for us, you should know her name. Her name is Halyna.
I appreciate Hilaria, trying to stand up for this woman's memory, but it comes off as just, I don't know, it just comes off as, I want to say it's an inauthentic feeling to me. Oh my God, is that terrible?
I wouldn't know how to characterize that. They're mortified.
You guys, you know what? No details.
Do me a favor. I'm gonna answer the question.
Hear him? Let me answer the questions, Hilaria. She's we're not answering. They're we don't want to talk to you, Hilaria. We're trying to talk to Alec.
There are incidental accidents on film sets from time to time, but nothing like this. This is a 1 in a trillion episode.
He's right.
1 in a trillion event. And so
this does not happen.
In shock. He has a 9-year-old son. We are in constant contact with him because we're very worried about his family and his kid.
Hilaria keeps walking in front of the cameras. I swear, it's crazy. It's go wait in the car.
What else do you have?
Would you ever work on another film set that involves firearms of that nature?
Oh, that's the one. Okay, sorry, I got so excited. But the paparazzi asked Alec Baldwin, would you ever work on another film set with guns again? And Hilaria nods her head no. She's now making decisions for Alec Baldwin, his agent, his manager, his future career, that he is no longer going to be doing movies with guns on set. And Alec, of course, is like, you know, and he answers like more appropriately. But I'm like, what is happening? This woman, like, what is she doing? She's crazy.
Firearms on film sets is something I'm extremely interested in.
He wants to limit it now.
But remember, something that I think is important, and that is, how many bullets have been fired in films and TV shows in the last 75 years? This is America. How many bullets have gone off in movies? Firearms on film sets is something I'm extremely interested in.
They cut something there.
But remember, something that I think is important.
They're repeating it. There's a bad cut there. Something got cut out.
This is America. How many bullets have gone off in movies and on TV sets before? How many billions in the last 75 years? And nearly all of them without incident. So what has to happen now is we have to realize that when it does go wrong, and it's this horrible catastrophic thing, some new measures have to take place. Rubber guns, plastic guns,
They do use those, though. There's really great safety protocols if they're done properly.
I'm not an expert in this field.
People are going to get pissed at this.
Whatever other people
It's all fine and good until someone gets killed. See, the word on the street is things weren't really done on the production side safely, properly. And then, yes, there were people that, you know, were maybe not doing their job properly, were agreeing, you know, could have been rushing. There's like a lot of variables that are being blamed. Like, so in other words, it's like a culmination of a bunch of really bad choices and things that lead to this incident, right? And Alec was a producer on this movie, so he has to be so careful. Not an executive producer, a producer. And he's also in the film. So a lot of the questions are going to be like, who were you actually really producing, or were you just like there? Because the producers will have some liability in this if they didn't do things properly. Like if they were making people be sleep deprived, or they were doing things that, although allowed by the unions, weren't responsible.
Any further projects in the works at the moment, or is everything on hold?
No, that's irrelevant to what we're talking about.
Do you think production will start up again on
No, I doubt it necessarily.
Oh, he doesn't think the movie's going to
Why
continue.
Vermont?
That's so wrong.
That's a person. That's private. That's private. Anything else?
Okay.
So just do me a favor, you don't mind? My kids are in the car crying.
Because you guys are following
And
them
all I
and
want
they
to do,
know.
as a courtesy to you, I came to talk to you. I'm not allowed to comment on the investigation. I talk to the cops every day. I talk to them every day to find out.
They know where you are.
Well, that's shady. They know where you are. That was
My point
shady.
is that I'm just asking. We sat down as a courtesy now to talk to you. Now, please, would you just not follow us for the rest of it? Just leave us
Just
alone.
go home.
We gave
Go
you everything
home.
we could
Thank you.
possibly give you, okay?
Thank you.
Go home.
Condolences. Thank you.
And then Hilaria's
Turn it off.
there with her camera. She's like this, now turn it off. So I want to explain why I think that's wrong. Because as an artist, you know, the one thing that this woman loved more than anything, you know, is a career, right, is her art. And her art was her filming, her cinematography. And I want her, you know, work that she did before she passed to be seen by people, because she obviously loved what she did. And she, you know, and when someone, you know, gets killed in a movie, it's this like horrible, you know, controversy of like, what do you do about it? But I think, you know, to deny her work after her sacrifice of her life is really, really not the answer. Just saying. She was considered a huge up-and-coming cinematographer, Halyna Hutchins. So tragic.